What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, there seems to be an interesting rumor going around for the Chicago Bulls in relation to this upcoming NBA draft and the fact that they may have turned down a trade that could have sent them into the top 10. Now, keep in mind, these are rumors at the end of the day, and I don't think anyone can truly confirm that fact or not. Regardless, we are going to be discussing what the implications are if this were to be true in this video. But before we get any further, if you liked the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls and whether or not you agree with the Bulls turning down a chance to get into the top 10 of this upcoming NBA draft. We're gonna have to talk about the positives and the negatives in that regard, but just keep your mind set on the fact that this is just a rumor. And if this didn't happen, I don't want people coming to me and say, oh my goodness, this never happened, because I know that there is a chance this might be a complete fabrication. I just don't know. But multiple people have been suggesting this, and that is that the Bulls have passed on multiple offers for Alex Caruso, which could include multiple picks, including one in the top 10 of the 2024 NBA draft. Now, apparently the reason for this is also because of an ownership, I guess, mandate, or the ownership stepping in and saying do not trade Alex Caruso. And there's a lot of things that really worry me if this was to be true. So we're going to get started. What is the negatives and the positives of not trading Alex Caruso for multiple first round picks or multiple picks, including a top 10 in this upcoming 2024 NBA draft? Well, the positives in not trading Alex Caruso is this draft is considered a weaker draft class. So if you wanted to get rid of Alex Caruso for a draft pick, would you not want that pick to be in a stronger draft class? Now, I can completely understand people will be saying, well, look, he's an unrestricted free agent after this year. This is his last year, his last deal probably with the Chicago Bulls. I can't personally see him staying after this year, in all honesty, which is always going to be a big concern. But if you could, you would try to go and get Alex Caruso and hoping you could get a first round pick in a future draft class, not this upcoming draft class. But that's about it in terms of positives. And in that regard, many people don't even care if this is considered a positive or, a weaker or a stronger draft class. People don't care, because at the end of the day, that's very unpredictable. You don't know who's going to become a superstar in this league or not. There have been many unbelievable talents that have come from the second round, or that have come from the G League, or that's been undrafted and show themselves and prove themselves at the NBA level. So it could literally be a very unpredictable draft class. Would you not want to take a chance on that as well? That's the only positive. The second, I guess there is another positive, and that's if you really feel like the Bulls can compete next season, if you truly feel in your heart of hearts the Bulls will be competitors, contenders, and fighting for a championship next season, keeping Alex Caruso is the best option. I've said it for a while. If you plan to retool or continuity strikes again, Alex Caruso is not a bad player to have on your team. He's a glue guy. He's an elite defensive player, an all-NBA defensive player. He's knocked down the three-point shot at a very high efficiency last season. His best offensive season last season as well. So again, very much positives in that regard. And if you are going to compete and you do wish to compete, clearly the ownership wants to compete according to the mandate, then you might want to keep Alex Caruso. So those are the positives. But there's a striking negative to me that really puts fear in my heart. Why is the ownership stepping in and doing the front office's work? Now look, I'm not saying the ownership can't be involved. Far from it. But to kind of step in and not, I guess, say, look, this can't happen, that's a problem to me. Because what are we paying the front office to do if they can't even make their own trades? You know, we've talked about how Torres kind of service has said publicly that the ownership has complete faith in the front office to make the right moves, and they back the front office 100%. If that's the case, why are there mandates? Why is the ownership stepping in and saying you can't do this and you can't do that? And at the end of the day, there's a very good chance that you're getting unqualified people. I know owners are the top of the top, so what they say does go, no matter what you say or how you feel. But that still means that they're unqualified, in my opinion, to become a manager of a team, or to become just in general a decision maker in the team. Some people just need the financing and that's it. So you're basically saying to the front office, we don't believe that what you're doing, if you're going to trade Alex Caruso, is the right thing to do, and we're going to step in. I get very worried with stuff like that, because that doesn't necessarily, sorry, my apologies. That means that the Chicago Bulls could have multiple decisions being made by the owners in terms of who to keep and who to get rid of. So all this time we're talking about continuity and how we need to change and we need to move away from this current roster. Maybe the front office wanted to. Maybe they did. But at the end of the day, the ownership could be stepping in. If this is a mandate that they're stepping in from, who's to say they haven't stepped in on a couple of others? Maybe it is that trade for Zach LaVine. Maybe it is that DeMar DeRozan situation or re-signing Nikola Vucevic. Maybe they wanted to go in different directions, but they have hands tied behind their back, and that's why they've been struggling when it comes to changing the team. Now, keep in mind, this is a massive speculation, and trust me, we should not be saying, oh, that's it, the front office gets off scotch-free, because that's not the case as well, because we simply do not know the current situation in the Chicago Bulls management, front office, and ownership. We don't know the communication they have. We don't know the relationship they have, and most importantly, we do not know the trust that they have amongst each other. But it does bring great worry, at least. If that's all it brings, fine. But it brings great worry, at least, to know that if the Bulls front office had one vision, the ownership will step in and say that cannot happen. That will be a big worry to me. The second thing is, there's a lot of rumors that the Bulls wanted to jump up in this draft class. So many rumors saying the Bulls want to draft trade into the top 10. They want to move up. They want to go and get 2 assets in this draft class, or heck, even get rid of that 11th overall pick and just move up to try and secure the player they want, whether it's Klingon or anybody else. That's fine, right? A lot of rumors. It is what it is. Either you take them for what they are or you leave it at the end of the day. Why would the Bulls pass up on an opportunity to do that? I mean, was there a reason that they didn't want to do it? Is Alex Caruso that valuable to a team that you didn't want to give up multiple first-round picks and a top 10 in the 2024 NBA draft? Well, look, I'm not going to sit here and tell you Alex Caruso is not valuable. That will be a complete lie. But I always get worried when guys are on 1 year left on their deal. And I do feel like Alex Caruso wants to compete. I know he's been in the league a short period of time compared to multiple other guys around the league. But at the end of the day, he is up there in age. He's getting into his prime years. Does he want to celebrate those prime years and play those prime years with a team that's not going to compete? I very much see Alex Caruso being loyal because he was loyal to the Lakers, but the Lakers didn't want to pay him. Unfortunately, the Lakers were competing. The Bulls are not. So who's to say he won't leave the Chicago Bulls to go and find a competitive environment or go and return to LA for a hurrah moment, if you know what I mean. It's not a guarantee whatsoever that Alex Caruso remains on this Bulls team for a long time to come, which means we are going to once again have a risk of a player leaving this Bulls team in free agency. We love to take those risks, and Alex Caruso will be another one of those risks that we take. So if the opportunity came to get into the top 10, why would the Bulls reject that? That is my honest question. That is my biggest fear. Considering all the rumors that we wanted to trade into the top 10, why would the Bulls pass up off the opportunity when it presented itself? That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anymore. I'm not going to speculate anymore. It's a rumor out there. A lot of people have seen it. A lot of people have basically said, this is true, this is not true. I have no idea. But if it is true, those are my fears and worries, and those are the positives and the negatives. My fears are the ownership is stepping in and making decisions the front office should make. I don't necessarily like that. The positive is you're keeping Alex Caruso around, and I think he's a good player to have around. But the harsh reality is there's a lot of risks involved in not doing a deal like this, just as much as there is doing a deal like this. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for watching. Drop a like and a follow and or subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care and peace.